welcome to the stage, your host with the most anxiety about disappointing everyone always and forever, Meghan Ross.
Hello, welcome to the September episode of That Time of the Month. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to be distracted this entire episode because there's a dog here, and this dog is more important than all of you people. I'm sorry. That's how I work. So our show is hosted by a woman and featuring a lineup of women, which means in the dog world, we'd all be called bitches. But in the political world, we'd still be called bitches. So you guys have a good summer? Yeah, you had a good summer? I had a great summer. I went to India for the first time. Thank you for bringing it up. And since you brought it up, I am obligated to talk at length about it. That is my civic duty. It was a big deal to me. I mean, I'm sure going to India is like not a big deal to you globetrotters as you sit here sipping your liquor drinks in this basement of a fallout shelter, you know, in your expensive lifestyle. But it was a big deal for me. I'm not a very adventurous person, despite what my pants may have you assume. This was a bold choice for me. I actually got them in India, which is a country I visited. Thank you for asking. As I said, I'm not a very adventurous person. To me, being adventurous is like wearing white pants to an Italian restaurant where I'm exclusively eating red sauce, or like buying tickets to a Lauryn Hill concert and arriving on time. Like that's gambling. That's gambling and risk taking to me. So, you know, when I went to India, I really wanted to do something to embrace and experience the culture. And then I remembered that India is the birthplace of yoga. And I love yoga, according to my Bumble BFF profile. But then I remembered that I've only ever been taught yoga by older white women who wear tank tops that say stuff like, "Namaste, Weird Austin," which is not my favorite pun. So I figured it was only appropriate if I go to India and I find an older Indian woman to teach me like a quintessential American activity to even it out. So, I don't know, something like convincing 15 women to spend $45 in a wine drinking painting class as a sign of commitment to our friendship. That seems pretty American. Or teaching me how to read text from an aggressively shattered iPhone screen. Or, I know those classes were booked up, so I had to take the most American class, which was teaching me how to vaccinate my dogs, but not my kids. I learned a lot. My dog is my kid, so that didn't really help me. But it was also the nicest place I've ever been allowed to sleep in. Thank you, rich client who paid for it. I walked into my hotel suite bathroom. I know, hotel suite. And I think it was just a large room. But they had one of those like super intense magnifying mirrors, the ones that are like lit up and where you like look into it and it can tell you your credit score, like hauntingly accurate, a little rude. And every morning when I would go to put my makeup on, I'd take one glimpse at my chin and realize, oh my God, I have retired David Letterman beard. Like it's just too much chin hair for one woman. You know, I'm prancing around this gorgeous palace hotel thinking that I'm Princess Jasmine from Aladdin. And I get in front of this mirror and I am immediately humbled to find out I am in fact Jafar. Like, long beard. You know, it really made me appreciate those shitty motel mirrors, you know, the ones like, I want a mirror that's so blurry, it looks like Laura Palmer's homecoming glamour shot from Twin Peaks. Like, make it real blurry. I don't want to know I have a nose on my face. Like, that's what I'm looking for. None of these like fancy mirrors you can get from Bed Bath & Beyond where you realize like, oh, this is what they meant from Beyond, because I take one look at myself and I can see what my future offspring looks like, and they all have beards, regardless of gender. But it was also the longest flight I've ever been on. It was over 20 hours, and flying while being Middle Eastern is already an interesting experience, which I am. You know, I know they're not racial profiling me as much as others because I don't have that beard anymore. But I realized, given recent news headlines, and I guess not so recent news headlines, that I'm the one doing the racial profiling these days, but not how you'd expect. So, you know, when I get on the plane, and it's not the black man sitting alone that alarms me. It's not the woman in the hijab reading the Quran. It's, you know, when I'm making my way back there, and it's far back, because I can't afford HEB economy. I'm in Hill Country Fair economy. And I come across, you know, a row and I see a white dude in his early 20s wearing an improv theater hoodie, listening to Neutral Milk Hotel while eating an RX bar, and that's when I text my family goodbye. I'm like, I'm sorry, I love you guys so much. Really, white dudes, what's going on with your emotions? Let's get into lockdown. Dawson's Creek up in here. I mean, I know it's not about emotions, it's not about mental health, which people love to blame. It's about classic American racism. That's what's going on with all these shootings. And it just is wild to me that women have gone centuries being labeled crazy. Like, raise of hands if you've ever been called crazy, a woman in your life. All right, half of you really are. But that's our truth, and we live with it. But, you know, we're the ones being called crazy while these dudes are dominating the field of mass shootings. And I don't know, I have a lot of mental health issues. I can list them, but you'd be here all night. And, you know, the craziest thing I've ever done was, you know, spend an hour having a heart-to-heart conversation with my dog Dreidel. And at the end of it, I took all of his financial advice, and that's why I ended up with 90% shares in Grady's. Like, I didn't hurt anyone, just like my credit score. But we have an amazing show for you tonight. Quickly, I want to thank our wonderful sponsors of this evening, all local women-owned businesses. Fawn's PR, their client Amazon Studios has a new movie out called Brittany Runs a Marathon, and some of you got some fanny packs and backpacks, and I'm also training for a marathon, a TV marathon. Okay, fire my writers! It's just me alone in here. And then you also, on your way in, some of you got some vegan avocado cookies from Love Fats Ice Cream, and one of you will be able to win a pint of their ice cream later on, and it's delicious and creamy. It doesn't give me diarrhea, so that's like Holy Trinity right there. And then, sorry guys, there's so many sponsors. I'm getting dry now. Then we have the Riveter. When you came in here, you have free day passes on your seat and stickers and magnets from them, and later on in the show, 2 of you will win 1 free week of co-working. And then it goes on, and then we have Milk Moon, whose earrings I'm wearing, and 2 of you will be able to win Herkimer diamond earring studs and circle studs later on in the show. It's a lot of shit, guys. I should have just pawned all this stuff off and like gotten my credit score up. And then I'm cutting back next month because this is long. And then we have Poco a Poco. And oh, by the way, people from the Riveter are here tonight, so give it up for them. And the founder of Poco a Poco is here tonight, Rebecca Ruiz Acosta. And you have $5 off coupons. You also have coupons for Milk Moon on your seats with the code TTOTM20. But Poco a Poco, you have $5 off coupons. And later on the show, you guys, there's so many prizes. This is probably the most, I'm going to hate this show because I have to talk a lot more. Because we have 15 prizes to give away with all of our sponsors. Anything from pins to candles to hats to even the shirt I'm wearing, which is sadly very evergreen. I bought it for like the Kavanaugh hearing, and then I was like, bring it out for R. Kelly, bring it out for Weinstein. I wear it every day. So we've got a lot of prizes. I'm excited to give them to you. It's my way of bribing you with friendship. It's what I do with my dog. Anyway, are you guys ready to start the show?